Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne, and I'm here with Sinclair Adam, and you are an extension specialist for Penn State, and you've been doing this for how long?
This is my 9th year. In September, it'll be 10.
And then what are we looking at here? We're looking at the trials for annuals and perennials?
Correct. And we do have some vegetables included in the trials, but it's largely annual flowering plants. And this was established in 1936. And there, in that year, it was up at State College. It moved down here in 1994. Why, you might ask? Because Penn State wanted to drop a law school on the territory where the flowers were being grown.
Wow, wow.
So it moved down here. We switched from in-ground to in-container. This year we're running close to 1,000 varieties. It's like 950. And that includes both annuals and perennials.
Tell me a little bit how the program works.
Well, we receive plugs from suppliers, and they could be all over the country. We get stuff from Colorado, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, New York. They come in plug form. We pot them in that greenhouse over there in 4.5-inch pots and grow them for 4 to 6 weeks. And then we plant all these big pots.
And your background includes some breeding as well, many years of breeding, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've also introduced plants that I haven't bred to Perennial Plant Association and brought them to the marketplace for folks to enjoy.
Nice. So we're seeing these plants. Now what's going to happen next? Are people evaluating the plants?
I do all the ratings, and we rate them 4 times a year, and it takes me about 24 hours to do one rating. We go through and we rate for uniformity, flowering, of course, foliar quality, and overall growth. So it's a very objective system. We're not picking out my favorite colors or anything like that. The plants that score highly out here in the field on the first rating receive a blue flag, and that may or may not indicate their performance season long, because they might have done really well in the first rating in early July, but by the time we get to the end of August, they're all looking pretty bad.
So we're looking at plants, they're being tested for a number of years, then some will be introduced to the market and some will not, correct?
Right.
And you are one of several, well, quite a few trials within the United States, correct?
That's true. There are about 50 that proven winners enters. Ball is cut down to about 20, and we're delighted to be on the short list.
Great, and this is where some of those new plants that you're going to see in the coming years, 2023, 2024, will start to come out of after being tested by these trials.
Right.
Can you give me just one of your absolute favorites in this trial?
Well, this year we've had some real stars, both in the Petunia and Calibrachoa group, but I would say, skipping over those 2 giant groups, they're 2 of our biggest. The great, wonderful plant is that Rudbeckia series from Bull Genetics in Germany. Really good habit, strong color, upright growth, and we had some awful storms that would have broken up many plants, but they did not affect those. So they're really not perennial, they're more of an annual because they're Herta types.
And on the Rudbeckia side of things, you said there's one that has been a standout that's from our Chicago area, correct?
That's right. American Gold Rush, bred by Brent Horvath, one of the best Rudbeckias I've ever seen, and we've grown a lot of them. And we've had all kinds of different responses, but the main advantage of that plant is it does not get that septoria fungus, which disfigures the foliage.
Great. Thank you for spending some time with us, and thank you for joining Wednesdays with Wayne, sponsored by Niemeyer's Landscape Supply. And remember, beautiful landscapes start here.